let's check behind the scenes of this Batman vs. Deathstroke animation. Here's the figures I used. This is Batman from DC Universe Classics Wave 1. I can't remember if he was called Detective Batman or Crime Fighter Batman or something like that. He had kind of a gimmick name. But classic blue and gray. I like this one a lot. And we got Deathstroke, who was one of the later series, 3 or 4, can't remember. In the video, I took off his sword thing so that I can get a better range of motion on the figure. I don't know if it's supposed to come off, but you'll see that it's just on a little like peg in there. So it does come off. But yeah, I took it off just to be able to pose them around a little bit better, make them do a little bit more dynamic stuff. Good figures. I like the DC Universe line. There's a lot of good stuff in there. Here's the set. This is the bar that I just created for just various purposes, really. But as soon as I started putting it together, I was like, yeah, I definitely want to make use of this. The bar is all one piece and it's movable. It's just that foam that I've talked about at great length in many other videos before. Just a solid piece on top and in the front, and then a couple of other pieces glued there just to give it stability. And, you know, you can support some weight on it. If you have anything to put on it, it'll obviously hold. The chair here is just a couple of pieces of foam for the seat and for the back. I just cut it thin. And then these are wooden dowels that I just glued in there. Nothing too elaborate. It's just, you know, just to be able to support a figure. And then it's all spray, well, is it spray painted, or I can't remember if I spray painted it or if I just actually just used a regular paintbrush and went over it with black. The point is, it's a black chair now. All these little, you know, beer ads and stuff are just ones that I printed out and spread glue behind them, glued them down. I did the same thing with the door over here. I'll explain why in a little bit. I didn't want to actually make like a working door over here just because, well, I'll explain why. Like I said, got a menu over here, a couple of different beer ads on the wall. These windows, action figure packaging to replicate the glass. This is that long like floor tile strip that looks like wood. Basically, if you buy it, it looks like a big piece of wood, and then you just lay it down on the floor and whatever. It's sticky on the back, so I cut it into thin strips and ran it along for like a border, and, you know, going all the way up to the top like that. The little dartboard is just a piece of like thin white foam core, and then I glued a dartboard onto it like the same way I did with all these beer signs. Stuck it to the wall, and there you go. The window trim is just little pieces of foam that I cut to size and fit in there. And then this center part here is just more of this stuff here, like that stuff with a sticky back on it. And as with most of the stuff I build, it's all held together with magnets. So this side comes off so that I could film from this angle. And the same with the other one. That side comes off so that I could, you know, just so I could have a better range of photography, I guess, for different angles and different shots that I wanted to get. What I'm working on with this also, I can show you guys, I guess, since now you're watching. I want to make it a facade for a building too in the back, so I started working on that a little bit as well. I got to get another magnet in here so it holds together, but you'll see I got a door that I'm working on right here, cutting away. It's going to be a nice little building when time is right. I'm not going to put like cut out windows into it or anything because I don't want to like cut through the back of the bar or like through the floor or whatever. This I'll be able to put a few things on to give it some texture. This side I won't really, because that's the floor, so I want it to still be able to lay flat, and I won't be able to do that if I have a bunch of stuff sticking off of it. But this side I'll be able to put stuff onto and, I don't know, do a little detail work. And then I'll put a roof on it too, so that way, like, if you're not using it as the interior of the bar, you'll be able to put like a rooftop on top of it and have, like, you know, figures be able to like stand up here and whatever. Just some little stuff I'm working on. So far the response for the Batman vs. Deathstroke has been cool. I'm going to do a couple other similar just short fight videos like that, just to keep me animating stuff in between all my big projects, like, you know, X-Men Brotherhood and JWF and all that kind of stuff that I do kind of more linear, like with a storyline that runs through it all and everything else. Anyway, hope you guys like the little behind the scenes look. If you haven't seen the video yet, the fight scene, I recommend you go watch it. It's pretty good. According to what other people are saying anyway. I think it's good. And if you can't trust me, who can you trust? Alright, take it easy, and I'll be seeing you back here at some point soon, I hope. Later on.
That's crispy.